So I hope you guys are having a nice, relaxing start to 2025. I know I am. I was actually out doing chores this morning, out on the farm, feeding the cattle, moving tanks, stuff like that. And it was kind of great because I was getting notifications of ADA breaking 89 cents. This is a very exciting move. These are some nice surges to the upside. And I took a little time to actually watch some other content. And there was something very interesting that I found from some other larger creators in the space that are doing some deep dives into analytics, and they're finding a very similar thing that I've been discussing time and time again. And that is that retail has really not come back in a big way yet. And despite that, we're doing some incredible things in terms of price. And that gives me a lot of confidence as we move into this early part of 2025. So if you guys are new or haven't already, make sure you hit that subscribe button down below. Hit that bell again. It's free to do. It'll keep you updated anytime there's new content live here on the channel. So just looking at ADA right now, again, this is kind of what we talked about here. Actually, a few days ago, we talked about this potential pop. I thought it might actually happen back on the 29th. Apparently, it's taken to until today. And what we're trying to do is, again, we're trying to test our trend here, our bitty breakout, right? We have been in this descending channel. Some might say that this is actually a descending wedge. So either way, we're coming to the point of this, and ADA is going to need to make a decision very soon about what direction it wants to go. I love that we're attacking our 50-day moving average today. Again, this may be where you start to see altcoins wake up in a very nice way. But really, the big thing we're waiting for across the crypto market is retail. We are waiting for retail adoption and retail traffic to begin once again. Now, there have been bursts of excitement in this way throughout 2024, and we're getting, again, we're geared up for some of the biggest times of adoption, the biggest times of retail excitement in 2025. And actually, Ben Cohen and Crypto were having a conversation at Michael Saylor's big party that he had going on. Oh, by the way, guys, I did not make the top 54 here, I'll pull this up. I did not, unfortunately, make the top 54 crypto people of 2024. So that's disappointing. Hey, who knows? Maybe 2025 will be our year, right? But what's interesting is they were having a conversation about a very bullish sign for 2025. And that is actually this concept of social risk. And why this is important is, retail is a big driver of market sentiment, but they're also a big driver of altcoins in general, right? We know that obviously institutional players and governments and things like that are a big reason why Bitcoin has done extremely well, why it's broken 100K in 2024, and now is gearing up for some nice moves in 2025. And it's the reason why the overall market cap of crypto has obviously set new all-time highs by a considerable margin, over 10% surge from the high of last market cycle earlier on in this cycle before we even hit 2025, right? But yet we're still waiting for this extension and a new all-time high in terms of the overall cap, a market cap of altcoins. And the big reason why is, again, retail is not here quite yet. Now, there have been some exciting signs here. So Ben Cohen actually did a video the other day talking about this. You guys know that I don't always agree with Ben Cohen on a lot of things, but this one, 100% agreement. Retail is the big driver of altcoins, and this is exactly what is going to lead ADA and many others to do some incredible surges in price. But what he actually was tracking was a lot of actually YouTube metrics. I believe there's more that goes into this as well. But what I found kind of interesting that he actually didn't even talk about in this video is we're following a very similar trend to actually what happened in 2020 leading into 2021. And in fact, when we look at where YouTube traffic was actually at back in March of 2024, we did our retest, obviously, as we ran from November into December of 2024 with the excitement surrounding the new administration coming in. We actually had these similar tests, and this might be kind of hard to see. I don't know if you guys can see full screen or not. Well, I don't like that. Okay. So we actually had similar retests in the middle of 2020 or mid early 2020, and again late 2020, right before retail started coming back in a big way. All right. So we're actually following, again, very similar trends. I hate to keep highlighting how similar this is to what has happened historically speaking, but it's all happening the same way. Now, he talks about a few other things. He talks about, quantitative easing and stuff like that. But, I'm not going to get too much into that in this video. But understand that retail hasn't flocked back in the big way yet. But look at the difference from 2020 into 2021 and what that does just from even YouTube traffic. But again, remember, we've looked at all this different Google search analytics. we're gearing up for, again, big adoption to take place. These searches are taking place right now. We haven't seen that translate really in a big way to YouTube views yet. We haven't seen that translate in a big way into hitting the buy button yet. But that time will come. 2025 is going to be a very exciting time. And understand that, ADA has positioned itself very, very well for this market cycle. Obviously, Charles Hoskinson has some, excuse me, has some very bullish projections for what this year can bring. Obviously, he said Cardano is going to heights it's never been before. We got Bitcoin DeFi, Midnight, partner chains, all the DApp upgrades, Midgard, and some extra magic will call the fire rises. And he's not wrong. Again, the biggest thing that Cardano was lacking in this last market cycle was on-chain adoption, actual utilization of the Cardano blockchain. And it's because we didn't even have smart contracts until ADA topped out last market cycle. How are things going to look now with all these different developments, these surges in intra ecosystem development, all these different projects that are being launched, now this ability to tap into other ecosystems, big stable coins that potentially may be coming to Cardano, and partnerships with some of the other largest blockchains in the industry. These are things that you cannot sleep on. And guess what? It's stuff that retail is in fact going to be paying attention to. So I just wanted to share that with you guys. I found this very interesting. I'm excited that ADA price is starting off 2025 on a good note. And hopefully this is something that really builds and begins to snowball over the course of the next few days, potentially leading us to this nice part of up only season. So have a great day. Show your love below. Let me know your thoughts. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Take care.